Welcome to Significance Breed Success. My name is Daniel Puder. I'm your host. Today I have Bob Kawabe here. It's all about yes, I can, Bob. Like we talked for about an hour about investing and money and finances, and you told me some of your stories about your mindset and your family and where you were. I want you to dial us in and set a story of like where you were, how you grew up, what you're about.
Yeah. So Daniel, the way you and I met, right, is you talked to me about the difference and the impact you want to make for the kids. Okay, right?
Yep.
And what people don't really understand is that the kids are not a bad kids. Okay. Those kids are, just want to be loved, man, first and foremost. They want affection. They want someone to care. They want approval, right? All the things that, you and I wanted when we were kids, right? And the reason why I say, yes, I can, as my title in talking to you today, Daniel, is because you know what? I was one of those kids. Okay. And so, whole idea is okay, if I can, you can. So, yes, I can. Right? I don't want to hear, no, I cannot, man. It does not exist in my vocabulary. Yes, you can. So, let me give you a quick background about myself so, you can kind of see how I grew up and to understand why I am so convinced that yes, I can, and yes, you can. Okay.
Awesome.
So,
Yeah.
first of all, man, I did not live with my family, meaning my own biological parents, until I was age of 10 years old. Okay. My mom had me when she was like 18 or 19, and her priority was to work and to do whatever she had to do to take care of me. As a result, I did not live with her. I don't even know who my dad is, to be honest with you. I think I met him like when I was 5 years old, but I don't really remember. Okay. So what that did for me is that growing up, first with someone that my mom asked to take care of me, so she actually paid him to take care of me. So these are like strangers who became like my surrogate parents. Okay. So what you learn as a result of growing up like that, at least from looking back, is I become very independent. Where I need to rely on myself. Now, they did take care of me. They're good people, but you know what? They're not my parents, and I knew that. Okay, but it was a good way to kind of live at that point. And when I was about 6 years old, I think I actually went to live with one of my aunt. Okay, and once again, my mom told me that, hey, you know what? I'm going to come and get you, blah, blah, blah. But, it took until I was 10 years old for that to happen. Okay. But what I learned, though, during my first 10 years of my life is how to survive. Imagine, man, 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old kid. I mean, doing whatever you want to do, staying up as late as you want to, right? Now, I was not a bad kid. I was a kid that really loved sports. Okay, I was made for sports, and so I like competition. I like competing with myself. Um, that was my life. Sports was my life. I had no fear. I was not afraid of anything. If people dare me to do something, I'll do it. You know, and so that was my story up until age 10 years old. At age 10, my mom got me. The next thing I know, I had an instant family. I had a stepfather. I had a brother. Okay. And that's when my world kind of changed a little bit. Going from a guy, right, who is active, they want to play sports, being outdoor, hey, I can do anything I want kind of guy, to now I'm hearing, no, you cannot. Went from being outdoors to now you have to be indoors. You got to study. Okay. I go to school, come home from school, boom, in your room, study. Okay. Eat dinner, back to study. Hey, I'm done with my homework. No, go back and study. Right? Till 9 o'clock. Go to bed, start all over again. Okay. And then, in Hawaii, that's where I grew up. Okay. when you talk back or when you ask questions, okay, you get lickings. Okay, it's our way of saying getting beatings kind of thing, right? So I could not talk back or couldn't even ask question. I couldn't ask even why. Being a kid, you're curious, man. Okay, well, I don't mind, but why is it, right? No. Okay. So what ended up happening to me, Daniel, is this, man. Okay. You gotta remember, I grew up the first 10 years of my life without parents, man. Okay, right? I remember going to bed at night when my cousins, okay, girls, man, I tell you, man, they're older girls, they can be mean sometimes. So they used to tell me about, oh yeah, how you don't even have your parents or your mom around. Dude, man, I used to cry to sleep because, that really hurt me. Okay, they really got to me. You know, okay. Oh, and then one thing I forgot to tell you. Okay, going from being like the only child where the people that are taking care of me took really good care of me, going to household of four girls, right? And we used to eat dinner family style, man. Right? So that means they put all the food on the table, right? And guess what, man? Anything goes. Okay. When I first got there, man, we all sat down to eat. Next thing I know, boom, hey, where's the food? It's all gone. They all took it, kind of thing. So I got into what you call a survival mode, right? Hey, you got to do whatever you got to do. And so, that's kind of my story, And again, my parents or my mom and my stepfather at that point wanted me to be someone that I was not. Okay, I was like a caged bird, man. Okay, that got the wings clipped. I couldn't fly. Okay, I'm a free bird. I'm crazy, but I'm free bird, right? I want to do things. I love outdoors. Okay, I like the freedom. I like the challenge. So that was like my first few years of my life. And when I was just about when I turned age 16, okay, my mom took me from Hawaii and we went to Southern California. Okay, in my mind, I thought maybe we went there for the summer or something. Well, come to find out, she got a divorce. Okay, so I am there with her. But when it came, finally, my freedom. So now I was able to go and do things that I wanted to. Okay, go wherever I wanted to. I went crazy. Okay, we lived in the Los Angeles area. I used to hitchhike to the beach with my surfboard. Okay, it's like good 45 minutes to hour drive, but I'll hitch, just linking from exit to exit until I got to the beach and back. Okay, I even went hitchhike from LA to San Francisco and back by myself. So I'm crazy. I told you. Right?
Wow.
Yeah, I want freedom, man. Right? And again, right? I was kind of enclosed being who I was not, right? Remember? Okay. I had to wear the clothes that they want me to wear, which was not me. Oh, by the way, this is something really funny that I think I kind of laughed about it today. But in Hawaii, when we go to school, okay, we all wear slippers. Okay. It's flip flops, sandals, flip flops, right? Okay. But no, they wanted me to be different. So they wanted me to wear shoes. And whatever shoes my mom bought me, I had to wear that for a whole year. Then you imagine, man, you're like 13 years old, man. You get into girls, right? Okay. She buy me these shoes. It's a canvas shoes. It's Smurf blue. Okay. With a black rubber sole on top. Okay. Imagine, right? Having to wear that shoes with whatever clothes you had. Sometimes you didn't match, right? So once again, that's part of the reason why, since I kind of want to give you a little bit more background so that your listener can relate to me, because I want to talk to the kids, your kids, okay? This is the reason why, man, I used to get in trouble a lot in school. Right? When you caged up inside, okay, you gotta somehow let it out somewhere, right? And then you kind of form your own family among your friends. Because in my definition, I really didn't have to. I don't think I really had a family of what I thought of a family as a family. So guess what we do, man? We form bonds with the guys, right? And you end up, getting in trouble with those guys because whoever you associate with is how you're going to become sometimes. Okay. And again, you got to understand, man, when you with the boys, right? You got to act like the boys, right? Or otherwise they're going to razz down on you and stuff, right? So that's how I was. And so I used to get in a lot of trouble. I didn't really cause trouble to other people where I would hurt someone. I was never like that. But, I go out and I just go berserk, man. I just let it all out and do whatever I got to do. Okay. So that's my life really up until, I was about 16 years old. And then that's when I went crazy. And bottom line is this: people can come find me if they want to. Okay. But nobody can change me because you are who you are. So I want to say the same thing to people that you're helping. Okay, be who you are. I don't care what people do to you or what you may have gone through. Okay, be true to yourself and be who you are, and never ever take no for an answer.
So I'm with you 100%. I mean, I grew up in the exact opposite, right? Where I had two parents at home from birth.
Mm-hmm.
And even when I was younger, at one point, my dad was getting his master's degree, so he wouldn't be around as much.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a really good relationship with both my parents. My mom was a stay-at-home mom, and my dad was able to build build a company, work for his father, then take over. And so it's interesting to be able to see different people having the same purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So when Jake called you originally, our business development director, and he's like, "Hey, we're looking for investors. We want this, we want that." Your number one thing is I don't want to get involved with anything for profit. I want to be able to serve. I want to be able to, like, if it's nonprofit, if it's really real, serving communities and this and that.
Right.
And I love that because so many people are like, you're in the money world. So many people in the money world are about money.
Right.
They're not about the significance of what the money can do. I mean, yeah,
Right.
they want to build more companies and make more money, and and obviously they get to hire more employees. I think that's always a great thing with economic development.
Right.
Definitely investing, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, stock market or mutual funds or real estate or whatever. I mean, it's amazing to be able to see where people can put the money, because if you put money out there, money can help other people grow. Whether in the stock market, it gives more leverage for public companies to use that and create more and hire more.
Right.
What do you like? How did you utilize your um, lessons of when you were younger to then add value to your kids today? Maybe so they didn't have the same challenges, but maybe they had other challenges. But how'd you help their mindset when they were going through, maybe something, a different type of challenge in their life?
Yeah. Great question. Um, Before I get to that, I want to kind of tell you and the listeners about my turning point in my life, because that has everything to do with who I am today. Okay. So,
Perfect.
as you know, right, being a free bird, I ended up leaving home when I was a senior in high school. Okay. I had my own place and all that kind of stuff. And turning point came from me when I just turned 18 years old. And, I spent my summer in California, and then just after I graduated from high school in Hawaii, spent summer in California, went back home to Hawaii, and I had a place of my own, and I had no job. Okay, and I remember till today, Daniel, I had $20 left in my pocket, man, $20 left. Okay, I had no food to eat. I was actually eating whatever I could find, like crackers, cereal for dinner. Okay, and like I mentioned to you, I'm a survivor, right? So I went hard, going like 6, 7 blocks, right? Just going door to door, asking for a job. Okay, I'm not asking for an interview, man. I'm asking you for a job. Okay, like I need a job like now, like today. But at that time, no one would hire me. Why? It's a typical. I think it's an excuse, but it's a way for people to pick and choose who they want. You have no experience. So, so I kind of took that up on myself. Maybe I didn't impress them enough, right? But to make long story short, though, Daniel, at that time